Hey guys, TKC here. Sorry for the very late upload, but change of plans occurred and my workspace is ridiculously revamped now. I originally had two small monitors and well, I guess I graciously got an upgrade to two really big TVs. But let's get straight to the things that happened this weekend and pretty much why I couldn't get to make any videos. Alright, back to vlog mode. So first things first, PAX Prime happened this weekend, and guess who was there? A guy and a friend of his by the name of Kaijudo Master. Please go subscribe to this guy. This guy gave us quite a lot of coverage of Kaijudo at PAX Prime, and I believe he was only there on Saturday for that. He answered a lot of questions for us. He did a lot of things for us, so definitely go subscribe, support him, because he did a great job at finding all the things Kaijudo at PAX Prime. So I'm just going to summarize basically all the things that happened at PAX Prime. Basically, there was a panel at the start, and that gave Kaijudo Master time to ask Wizards of the Coast a few questions about Kaijudo. The main question that's on everyone's minds right now is, when are we going to get organized play? Like actual organized play, tournaments, regionals, worlds, if it gets that far, etc. So basically what they said is that they're kind of taking things slow with that. They want to get the game out there. They want to, show off the promos, do leagues, do these kinds of promotional things to get the game out there first. And then once the game is at a state where it's, actually quite popular in many different places, then they could take the extra step and go into sanctioned tournaments. Of course, we know that Magic the Gathering is the top dog of trading card games, and by no means will it ever match that kind of organized play structure with the ridiculous prizes and pros and Hall of Fame, etc. This is going to be more of like I want to say like a Pokemon kind of thing. Think about Pokemon card game, how it's mostly, regionals, there's going to be leagues probably like we already have right now. There's going to be regionals, there's going to be nationals, and maybe there's even going to be worlds, kind of like how Pokemon is right now. So basically we shouldn't expect too much from organized play, but at the same time we will still have a very decent organized play experience in which it's not very underlooked. It still, has quite a lot of participants and stuff, and this way we will have a very healthy organized play. Also, for all you non-North American people out there, guess what? International release is going to happen eventually. Now, the main reason why it's been taking quite a while to get to the, European market or any other kind of continent outside of North America, it's basically because of the fact that the show actually has to be aired in your country before they could even get the game there. Basically, they're testing the waters here. I mean, TCGs are one of the biggest things here, of course, besides Japan. But Japan already has Duel Masters, so they're just going to kind of stick to that. So Kaijudo, they obviously brought it to North America, which is really cool, but that leaves out, Europe and all those other continents out there. So basically what they're doing is they want to get the Kaijudo show into the other countries, whether it be like French, Spanish, Portuguese, any other kind of language like that. That's what they're trying to do with the show. Now, once that occurs, then they could actually incorporate the TCG alongside the show and kind of have some sort of, correlation between the two. Instead of just kind of giving the TCG to them and not giving them the show, they'll be having the show on their respective stations or channels, whatever, and then they'll be able to incorporate the TCG as well. So that's pretty much why it's not really out into the rest of the world right now, but it obviously will once the shows get there. And once again, like I've always been saying, I'm so sure that 2013 is the year where it's going to be evolving into something really big, and that's where it's going to get to all these other countries, and organized play is going to be really big, and things like that. So that's that. UltraPro is also there, and they pretty much confirmed that their Kaijudo UltraPro products will be coming out alongside Evo Fury, which is going to be coming out in November. I don't know when in November. No one knows that yet. I'm still leaning more towards the late November side because I think early November or mid-November is a bit too early since we're getting sets like every 2 months it seems right now. I think that's how it is. So basically the Evo Fury is probably going to be towards late November, and then from then on into 2013, they're going to be releasing sets every 3 months on a normal period. Now, not only that, another really big thing that happened at PAX Prime is they actually held a Rise of the Duel Masters base set pre-release. That means they got to play with the set 1 week in advance than everyone else. But actually, that isn't quite 100% true, but I'll get to that quite later. So basically, he opened his packs and he showed a lot of pictures of the cards that he got in said packs. I think he already confirmed a good, like, I want to say maybe 10 or 15 or so cards he confirmed by himself. So thanks a lot for that. He pretty much had a friend with him as well, so he got pictures of what he got as well. Things like Queen Orion, which is King Defcon's art, but it's now a queen, which is pretty funny. Things like that. I'm not going to be talking about all the spoiled cards right now, but with all the things that have happened, all the card names, at the very least, have been spoiled. So there's all the 180 card list completely filled, and I would say at least a good 160, 170 of them actually have effects, stats, and stuff like that. Maybe not rarities, but the effects and the stats, what they do, is basically all confirmed. So they had a lot of fun there. They got to play with the developers as well. Apparently, Channel Kaijudo Master himself lost to a developer actually using the Morna promos, which is pretty funny. But sadly, the promos for League are not in the base set. None of them are. Who knows if they'll be reprinted in a later set, like Evo Fury. Can't really tell from now, but I originally thought that maybe Morna would be a super rare, and then Mighty Shouter and Flare Inhibitor would show up as pretty much like very rares, I would say, or maybe rares, just rares. So I really don't know what's going to be going on with that, but hopefully they do get reprinted in a later set, just in case the people who may not have League, such as myself, actually can get a hold of said cards. So Friday night, of course, we did the stream. The stream is already archived on my channel, so if you're really in a rush and you really want to watch the full 2 hours of us having some fun and talking about the dojo cards, you can go on my Twitch page now and watch it. But if you prefer to watch it on my YouTube channel or any of the other people's YouTube channels that I'm going to be giving the video out to, feel free to do that as well. I'm still in the process of actually getting the video into a nice sizable format so I can actually send it out to other people so everyone could upload it. But I've been really busy with other things, such as Drizzer, aka Drizzer on YouTube. He and a lot of other people actually found out. Well, they didn't find out, but there was a guy on Facebook by the name of Axel. I believe his YouTube account is Kaijudo XIII, like 13 in Roman numerals. So please go subscribe to him because he actually found out that Walmart actually has the Kaijudo base set products there in advance. And here's how it goes. Basically, there's going to be a Kaijudo display that looks something like this. And it's pretty much near the cashier aisles kind of thing. I don't know where exactly, but it's somewhere either in the back or around those cashiers. It's not in the TCG area where all the other card games are. It's in its own little display, and it has tons of stuff there. Apparently it's filled with like 100 blisters that have 1 pack and 1 promo, as well as most probably just the Rocket Storm deck. We haven't found any confirmation of the Squeaky deck in there, the Sonic Blast deck, but everyone found the Rocket Storm deck there, which is pretty cool. So these blister packs, get this, it also comes with a promo card, right? So remember that the promo numbers of the League cards actually had numbers way ahead of the Draglide promo? Well, that is because those numbers in between, which I believe was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, are actually one of each Civ from another set as a foil. So we have Light's Blinder Beetle as that same kind of League foil promo. We have Aqua Seneschal for water. We have Fumes for darkness. That's really cool. We have Blaze Belcher for fire. And lastly, we have Razor Hide for nature. So overall, I really like these 5 promos. Apparently the Aqua Seneschal looks really nice in that League kind of foil. The blue really just stands out and looks really nice to actually have. So that's probably one of the most awesome looking ones, but it's really nice to have good cards like Fumes, and heck, even all the other cards are pretty good as well. Blaze Belcher would be good to pimp out your rush decks, And, Blinder Beetle's good for those tap out decks, Razor Hide for aggro. Those promos are actually really, really cool. I love it. And also I love the fact that it's a Walmart promo. It's not like a Lunchables kind of promo. So this thing should not be exclusive to just the United States. It should make its way to Canada as well. I just checked my Walmarts around me just to see if it's there, but sadly it wasn't when I checked, so I'm just going to wait till the actual release date to go back and see if they're there. I'll call them, of course, in advance, but I just felt like going out on a road trip to see if they were there in advance. So, because Axel found this out, a lot of other people went out of their way to see if they have it near them as well, and Drizzer, who you may know on YouTube, I actually found out that the fourth Walmart that he called said that they actually have it. So he went with his friends, he went with two of his friends, one of being the filmer and editor, I guess, and also another friend who plays the game, and so they just all went and they just bought quite a lot of packs. At first they just bought, like, I would say a little bit more than 10 packs altogether, and they bought, a couple decks, and they pretty much just went through all the packs and pretty much confirmed for us a lot cards that we were missing on the list. They easily confirmed, I would want to say, at least 20 or so cards just by themselves, so that's very awesome of them. Very, very cool stuff. And the funny part is that they just kept on going back for more. They're like, oh, these cards are awesome, but we still want this card or this card, so they went back in and bought more. And then, basically Drizzer streamed all of this from his phone. We had a Skype call, and then I streamed it on my Twitch page so that all the other people can watch it as well. So that was that, and we got a lot of cards figured out there. But I'm not going to be going over them now because there's just so many that just popped up out of nowhere. But you could look for it yourselves on Yami Michael's Kaijudo Wikia. They have pretty much everything there. So definitely go check that out. No pictures, of course. No one has scanned them yet. But there are, some pictures and videos out there that show the cards. So that's very cool. And what's really funny is that after the stream was over, I got news from Drizzer that apparently his two friends went back and bought out the whole store pretty much. They just said, you know what, I'm tired of this, I'm buying 50 more packs, and they just kind of, I don't know why they did that, but they just kind of cleaned out the whole store when they went back for like a third trip. So that was that, and then Axel also taped his unboxing, and we caught quite a lot of cards in there as well, especially card numbers, so thanks a lot for the card numbers. And then it was found out later on that in the deck, the Rocket Storm deck, it actually has a checklist of the set, so we could have just done that, got the set, and then it would have been all done for right there. But anyways, we now actually know all the card numbers, so that's very cool. So that's it for, I guess, my smallish, biggish Kaijudo news update. It's more of a summary of all the things that happened this weekend, and the main reason why I couldn't really get any videos going this weekend was the reason of all these crazy spoilers coming in at once and me streaming all these different days, and I needed days to kind of relax and chill because I have to go back to work tomorrow. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say now, guys. This is TKC, the Kaijudo channel, signing off, wishing you a great day, and hope you enjoyed all these Kaijudo news and spoilers. See you later, guys.